silver and serene, glowing softly in the velvet of the night sky. It seems eternal, yet even the moon is not always still. Every now and then, it hides behind Earth's shadow, and for a fleeting moment, the world holds its breath. But not all lunar eclipses are the same. Some are soft whispers, barely noticed. Others paint the moon crimson, a fire in the black. Today, we embark on this journey through the shadowed world of lunar eclipses. Let's begin our journey through shadow, light, and lunar magic. Level 0. Before any shadow touches it, the moon stands still, a vision of perfect serenity, glowing silver in the dark expanse of the sky. Picture it now, a full moon, luminous, unshaken, casting light across the world below. It is brilliant, untouched by the coming night, its surface etched with ancient craters, its grey face telling stories of long-forgotten cosmic wars. The moon is alive with history, every crater, every maria, a reflection of time. A canvas, pure and unmarked, awaiting Earth's shadow, a silent guide to the lost travelers below. This is the moon in its untouched splendor, the base from which all transformation begins. Its light is not its own but borrowed from the sun, casting long silvery beams that guide our nights. In its full glow, we learn what normal looks like. It is the fragile, perfect canvas upon which Earth's shadow will soon paint. Without this steady, shining presence, nothing else in the eclipse would have meaning. The full moon, our starting point, where all magic begins. Level 1. And then, the first touch, the faintest whisper of shadow. It's a tender kiss, a shadow brushing against the moon's glowing surface. The penumbra, Earth's outer shadow, reaches the moon, dimming it ever so slightly. So subtle, so quiet, you might miss it. The faintest change, a soft sigh as the moon begins to fade, just a little. Not enough to make you look twice, yet there it is. A shift. In this gentle brush, the penumbral eclipse begins. A shadow that doesn't block, but softens the light, a whisper of Earth's presence. The effect is delicate, almost meditative. The moon's brightness begins to soften, just a touch, as if it were fading into a dream. Though it might seem barely noticeable, this first shadow marks the beginning of something far greater. It's the whisper before the storm, a quiet hint at the power that is about to unfold. Here, we start to glimpse the moon's transformation. Though it's not yet dramatic, only a delicate, almost imperceptible dimming. For those with keen eyes, the faintest grey wash becomes visible, slowly creeping across the edges of the moon, like a gentle shadow cast by time itself. Level 2. And then the whisper grows louder. A corner of the moon slips deeper into Earth's shadow, the umbra, and the change becomes noticeable. The moon transforms before your eyes. One side of its glowing surface remains bright, silver, almost untouched, while the other slowly fades into darkness. A slice of shadow, deep and sharp, begins to carve its way across the lunar face, like a bite taken from the moon's shining edge. It's as if the moon is being consumed by darkness. Slowly, but surely. At level 2, we enter the realm of the partial eclipse. The full moon is no longer whole. A piece of it is covered in the inky blackness of Earth's shadow, and the contrast is striking. The umbra, the core of Earth's shadow, blocks all sunlight, leaving the moon to be bathed only by scattered, dimmed rays. The bright side gleams in its usual brilliance, while the dark side becomes mysterious, quiet. It's a cosmic battle between light and dark, a slow, almost ritualistic transformation. It's a cosmic bite, fascinating and beautiful, but subtle, only a glimpse of what's to come. This is the level that invites us to observe, to notice the slow crawl of the shadow, the steady march of time across the lunar surface. It is the level that brings wonder and curiosity, where we begin to track the moon's journey as it slips deeper into the umbra. Level 3. The story deepens, the shadow growing stronger, bolder. The moon slides further into the umbra, and now, something changes. Something red. A red tinge begins to creep along the moon's surface, like the first breath of dawn's light spilling over the edge of night. This is the deep partial eclipse. The moon is almost fully covered in shadow, but not yet entirely. But here's the magic. The red, the copper, the blood moon. It's the moment when, rayleigh scattering, The same effect that turns sunsets red bends sunlight around Earth's atmosphere and into the umbra. That red light, though soft, paints the moon's surface, giving it a hue that is both eerie and beautiful. The moon, once pure and silver, now appears as if it were bathed in the fiery glow of Earth itself. The subtle transition from silver to red is hypnotic, drawing the eye and holding it. It's like watching the moon slowly bleed into the sky, its surface changing from silver to copper to a deep crimson, all while the world watches in silence. Every detail of the surface becomes more vivid, its craters and mountains cast in shadow and fire. And all the while, the moon remains suspended in the vastness of space, like a piece of cosmic art in motion. Level 4. And then it happens. The full immersion. The moon is swallowed entirely by Earth's shadow, no longer a sliver, no longer a crescent. At level 4, we enter totality. The blood moon has arrived. The moon does not disappear. No, it glows. It glows red, orange, sometimes deep copper, and in some rare instances, almost deep purple. This is the point when the moon becomes something entirely other, an eerie, haunting red lantern in the sky. It glows with the light filtered through Earth's atmosphere, bent and scattered by dust, pollution, and the very air we breathe. In totality, the moon appears larger, almost as if it were closer, more intimate, and the sky darkens around it. It's no longer just a celestial body, it's an omen, a cosmic spectacle that has captivated humanity for centuries. Though modern science has explained the reasons behind this transformation, the awe remains. We understand the mechanics, but the beauty, the mystery, remains unfathomable. Level 5. As totality deepens, the moon reaches its most dramatic phase, level 5. The colors intensify, the reds deepening into copper, bronze, and fiery orange. The moon becomes surreal, almost painterly, like something drawn from the brush of a cosmic artist. The once sharp craters now fade slightly under the dim light, their edges softened by the pale red glow. There is a delicate contrast, the faint penumbral glow at the edges of the moon's disk, almost like the final flicker of a dying star. In this deep totality, the moon can appear up to 30% dimmer than a typical full moon. The exact shade of red, orange, or copper depends on the Earth's atmosphere, whether there are volcanic eruptions, dust storms, or just the natural variations of our atmosphere. It is at this level that the finest details of the lunar surface are visible to the observant eye. Photographers, astronomers, and skywatchers alike turn their lenses to capture the subtle variations, as every eclipse tells a different story, painted in shifting colors and hues. Level 6. Time stretches. The moon lingers, deep within Earth's umbra, bathing in shadow for longer than usual. This is level 6, the extended totality. The eclipse holds its breath, stretching its moments as if time itself has slowed. The shadow that cloaks the moon is deep, almost suffocating in its length, sometimes lasting more than 100 minutes. The stars begin to emerge, pinpricks of light that dance around the moon, like tiny diamonds scattered in the vast cosmic ocean. The moon, once just a glowing orb, now becomes a larger, more commanding figure, drawing the universe's gaze toward it. Its red hue deepens, moving from a vibrant crimson to a rich bronze, sometimes even brown, depending on the atmosphere's composition. This phase isn't about new colors, it's about the stillness, the quiet immersion into shadow. The slight gradient of shadow across its surface becomes more apparent, subtle shifts in hue and tone that mesmerize, drawing you in with each passing moment. This extended totality happens when the moon passes near the umbra axis, the center of Earth's shadow. Here, sunlight scatters unevenly through the atmosphere, creating a soft, diffused light that gently washes over the lunar surface. You may even spot faint planets or stars nearby, small jewels in the dark canvas, adding a cosmic backdrop to the performance of the moon. This is a cosmic pause, a moment when time seems to slow and the universe whispers its ancient secrets. Level 7. And then the shadow begins to recede. The moon's journey through darkness is nearing its end, and the first hints of light begin to return. Level 7 marks the slow, subtle awakening of the moon as it emerges from totality. The edge of the umbra starts to peel away, and a faint illumination reveals itself, just a glimmer at first, but gradually growing stronger. The light seems to breathe life back into the moon. The shadow retreats slowly, revealing patches of the lunar surface that were hidden just moments before. The edges of the shadow soften as they fade into the pale light of the sun's reflection. The moon, no longer cloaked in shadow, begins its transformation back into its familiar form. This transition is delicate, almost imperceptible, a reminder of the continuous, precise motion of celestial bodies. Light and shadow weave in and out, a dance of opposing forces. Earthshine, the sunlight reflected off Earth, also begins to cast a faint bluish tint over the shadowed regions of the moon, a soft glow that adds a layer of magic to the awakening. This delicate tint is especially noticeable during long totalities. As the shadow lifts, the moon resumes its journey across the heavens, restored to its familiar brilliance. This return to light isn't dramatic, it's understated, yet profoundly significant, a sign of the cosmic cycle continuing on. Level 8. The sky pulses with energy as the moon enters a rare alignment. Level 8 is exceptional, a breathtaking combination of cosmic phenomena. The supermoon appears, a moment when the moon is closest to Earth, its perigee aligned perfectly with totality. In this alignment, the moon appears larger, almost 14% bigger and 30% brighter than usual. It glows with intensity, transforming from a distant satellite into a radiant jewel hanging in the sky. But this isn't just any supermoon. When totality coincides with this rare event, it creates a sight so visually stunning it seems almost unreal. A blood-red supermoon rises on the horizon, its size and brilliance amplified, almost surreal in its beauty. This is the moon in its full glory, larger, more powerful, and more vibrant than ever before. When a blue moon, the second full moon of the month, joins the mix, the effect becomes even more mystical. The rarity of this combination compounds, making it not just a visual treat, but a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle for some observers. The Earth's atmosphere adds its own layers of artistry, as reds, oranges, and even faint coppers seem to swirl across the moon's surface. These colors aren't static, but shift as the moon moves through its phases. Each eclipse brings its own unique hues, influenced by the conditions in the Earth's atmosphere, dust, volcanic ash, or even seasonal changes, all combining to create a spectacular, colorful display. Level 9. And then we enter the rare and extraordinary. Level 9 takes us into the world of cosmic rarity, where lunar eclipses align with extraordinary events. These are the tetrads, 4 consecutive total lunar eclipses with no partial eclipses in between. A tetrad is a celestial rhythm, a pattern in the cosmos, a dance that has fascinated astronomers for centuries. These eclipses come in sequences, predictable yet elusive, like a hidden melody unfolding across nights and months. In a tetrad, the moon undergoes totality 4 times, each time with subtle differences in color, intensity, and timing. During these sequences, the moon is not alone. Sometimes, planets like Mars or Venus appear near the moon, their soft light adding to the cosmic backdrop. The precision of the universe is on full display. The moon, in its ritualistic movements, reminds us of the cosmic order as the stars and planets line up in perfect harmony. Level 10. Level 10 is the rarest of them all, a mythical phenomenon where everything aligns perfectly. Imagine this: a blood-red moon, glowing with intensity, moving across the heavens, and in its path, a star, a planet, vanishes behind it, only to reappear moments later. This is the ultimate eclipse event, the occultation. Occultations occur when the moon passes directly in front of a distant star or planet, perfectly aligned with their position in the sky. This rare alignment is predictable, but the occurrence is so extraordinarily rare that most observers will never witness it in their lifetime. The moon becomes more than just a satellite. It is an active participant in the cosmic ballet, interacting with distant stars and planets. It's not just a shadow crossing the moon, it's a cosmic interaction, a beautiful display of geometry and timing. Astronomers can use these occultations to measure the moon's orbit with great precision and even detect slight variations in the positions of distant stars. For the observer, this moment is magical. a fleeting alignment that reminds us of the incredible choreography of the universe. A combination of color, shadow, motion, and precision, all woven into one rare event. From the quiet glow of a full moon to the faintest penumbral shadows, we have journeyed through every stage of a lunar eclipse. We've experienced rare celestial events, supermoons, tetrads, and the ultimate rarity of an occultation. Each one unique, each one a part of the grand story of the universe. And in that return, we are reminded that the moon, ever present, always beckons us to look up, to pause, and to wonder at the magic of the cosmos.